Hello folks, what we have here is the Samsung Galaxy Book. This is Samsung's attempt at the Windows 10 market, direct competition with the Windows Surface Pro. So let's see how well they've done. So this is a fresh unboxing. I'm going to put this over aside. We've got very good quality packaging so far. So I'll talk about, as I'm taking this out, I'll talk about a little bit about the tablet. So this is a Windows 10 Home Edition. It's a 10.6-inch tablet. This one in particular is a 64 gig, but they also have a 128 gig as well. And they also have a 12-inch version that is going to be out in addition to that. All right, so let's take this guy out. So, nice build quality, nice solid feel. It's got a good weight to it, which is excellent. Nice fit and finish. This is a 7th generation Core M3 Intel processor in here. We've got the SD slot, headphones, and that looks like the charger slot. Also on the bottom here, this is what's going to go attach onto the keyboard and cover, which will, I'm assuming, is in the box. So let's set this guy aside for a minute, and we will open up the rest. So what we've got here appears to be the cover and keyboard. Nice feel to it, leatherette type finish on it. Let's see what we got here. Oh, very good. All right, so we've got, there's the port. This is where this guy will attach to the cover if you so choose to do that, or you can leave it like in a full type tablet mode. We've got full QWERTY keyboard here, as well as a touchpad mouse. So we will try that out on a future video and show you how well everything works. For now, let's get everything out of the box. All right, set that guy aside. Standard Samsung charger, cable, and the stylus pen. This is an active device too, from what I understand. It has the button, same as the Note products, as well as the Samsung Pro. And we've got a quick start guide, because we all read these. Thankfully these products have come a long way, and usually they're pretty intuitive, but we'll put that aside, never know, might need it. Here we've got the loop, so this will attach to the cover as a pen holder, or the stylus holder. And this appears to be an extractor. This is for likely getting out the SD card. So we'll put that aside. Alright. So let's power this guy up and see what we got here. Always interesting to see what we've got in terms of a charge. Out of the factory, they are not usually fully charged. And we will go through the setup. So let's see how long this guy takes to boot. That'll be interesting. And this is Windows 10, this is not Android. So I expect this will be slightly different than what we're used to. Still booting, should actually time this, but we can time it later. I'm curious. So far it's about the same as my other Samsung Android tablet. Alright, so we got our standard setup here. Okay, let's just switch the view. What I'm actually going to do here is we're going to attach this guy to the case so that we can stand it up. So let's see how, oh, super easy, snaps right in, awesome. And we're going to prop this guy up so that you can get a better view of how we're doing the setup. so what we've got here, language and home country. So this is default US. I'm in Canada, so we're going to look for Canada. There we go. Preferred language is English, keyboard US, and we're going to pick Eastern Standard Time, or sometimes listed as New York time. Eastern. Next. And here's the legal stuff. I'm sure I can read it later. Let's connect to the Wi-Fi. So we've got this guy. And bear with me a minute. Alright, so we've entered in the Wi-Fi password. Didn't think you guys needed to see that. Then we've got get going fast here. So I've got the option to either go back, customize, or use express settings. I don't think I need to make you guys go through that painful customization, because 9 times out of 10 we end up just selecting the defaults anyway. So, and we've got a restart. So far so good, pretty painless and pretty standard. As I was typing in the Wi-Fi password, the part that you didn't see there, keyboard already works right out of the box, easy, simple, no surprises at all. So far so good. So again, the competitor is mostly the Microsoft Surface Pro. I've always had Android tablets, so this will be the first Windows tablet I've ever had. I don't expect the experience to be too much different. Obviously the interface will change a little bit. It's going to have the standard Windows 10 look and feel. But it's got a pretty high-end processor in it. They've thrown a lot of power at this. So I'm expecting not your normal, what you would say, I'm going to say Windows complaints. Alright, make it yours. So a Microsoft account, awesome. We're going to pause this for a second. I'm going to put in my account information, and then we'll continue on with this. Alright, so I've put in my Windows account password. I already have one from my laptop. Use Windows Hello instead of a password. Password can be easily stolen. Windows Hello provides you a combination of 2 factors, biometrics or a PIN. So I think we're going to try the biometrics, because typing in a password every time can get a little tiresome, especially if you're back and forth. So let's give this a try and see what happens. So the PIN should not be shown, so we're going to type that in for myself. So it said biometrics, but I haven't seen anything that would indicate how biometrics would be done. Interesting. We'll see how that works. Meet Cortana. Cortana is your sidekick, ready with help and anything you need. Do we want to use Cortana right now? I'm going to say no. This is a standard Windows function, so I'm not going to be too worried about reviewing this at this time, but maybe in a future one. So I'm going to say not now. And again, a lot of these screens, if you have ever set up a Windows operating system on a brand new laptop or anything, this looks pretty standard with same as a Windows interface. Of course you're happy we're here because we paid for it. Getting things ready, please don't turn off your PC. Interesting terminology, considering I wouldn't call this a PC, but I guess this is just proof that it's pretty much standard in terms of a operating system. So in future videos I'm going to go through much more detailed specs on this, and again I mentioned a couple times about a comparison with the existing Android tablet and see how they measure up, and give you guys a good look and feel as to how this is. So far I'm pretty impressed. It's been pretty simple for the setup. This part's taken a little bit long, but this is the initial part. It's a one-time painful process and then we're good. But otherwise, like I mentioned earlier, the build quality, it seems pretty solid. It's a nice weighty device. It has a good look and feel to it. Even the keyboard, as thin as it is, and it's just the island type buttons. It feels pretty good to type on. We'll see how it is once we play with it a little bit further, but an initial feel is pretty good. So this looks like a time that we might pause here. I'm going to give this a little bit a minute and see how this does, but this may be where it's going to try to do the updates. That's going to be painful. I'm not going to make you guys sit there and watch that because I'm pretty sure you do have better things to do. So let's give it another minute, and if it's still going, then we're going to pause this and I'll come back once the OS starts up. Alright, so that didn't, the Windows updates I think are going to happen in the background. I only paused that for about 30 seconds before this came up. So something extremely interesting here, and actually a cool feature if you want kind of a portable profile. So the background that you see right here is actually the background on my Windows 10 laptop. So the nice thing is it's kind of a similar look and feel. I actually wasn't expecting this when I powered it up. So if I were to go my laptop right now, this has the same background, and I'm expecting probably the same setup. Really good experience so far. I would say this is fantastic. I'm going to call it this in terms of the unboxing. I'm going to play with this thing a little bit and come back and then give you guys a better rundown of, like I said, the specs and some of the features, and just give you my first kind of feel as to how the experience is. Again, so far pretty good, so I hope you enjoyed this. And any questions, just put them down in the comments. All right, thank you. Take care, guys.